YouTube? It's your boy Cal Life here, bringing you another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video, and today we are going to be playing some invoked Despia, which is going to be mixed in with like a little bit of Dogmatika. Now this deck is really fun because it has its own share of a floodgate, I guess, in a sense, with the fact that we have Ecclesia. Ecclesia is basically able to be summoned off of one Aleister and one dark monster, and only a player can attempt to activate one monster effect per turn and only attack with one monster during the battle phase. Now it's not very strong, but because Aleister can increase attack and defense when a fusion monster is on the field and selects that fusion monster, so it can get up to about like 2,800 defense points, right? Plus on top of that, with Mirror Jade, you can also banish, so you're kind of limiting to what they can do as well. You banish them one monster and bada bing bada boom. But anyways, as for hand traps, we are playing Droll and Lock, and we are also playing Meister. Meister is here, that way we can basically stop opponents from activating cards in the graveyard, such as Albion, which is going to be this way they can't go ahead and lock us with an Edo by grabbing either the branded Expulsion or grabbing a branded in red, right? So this is why we are playing that. On top of that, we are going to be able to stop other plays as well with the Meister. So this is what we have. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out. Peace. Also hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. Peace. All right, let's see what we can do. Now we do have Ash Blossom, and Ash Blossom will be able to stop at least certain plays, but also we have Droll and Lock, and I really do like having Droll and Lock here. I think I might just end up using it before the Ash, because then if we really need to, we can save, like, you know, the Ash Blossom for the Maxx C on our turn. Well, it looks like they don't open up with what they need, which is very good for us. So I'd like to see that. Yeah, I'm gonna let them do it. I feel like we could stop this, but they're gonna be like adding a card to their hand anyways, and we could just draw and lock them from there. So, and I also think that our hand is good enough to where we can actually counter against them anyways. So here we go. They're gonna add a card. Let's see, what do they end up adding here? Let's see. Now we do have Maximus. Okay, they add the Emergence. Interesting. So now we're just gonna draw and lock here. If this does get stopped by like a call by, then I was gonna say we could go ahead and use Ash on the emergence, but it doesn't look like they have anything. They can add a Shuna, but that's about it. I believe this is probably where their turn ends. Oh nope, I lied. They had a long Yun in their hand. So they were gonna have full combo anyways, man. It's interesting. The good thing about this though is that they didn't go into Barone because they locked themselves out by using the Ashina. So now they're only locked into Worms. They're gonna be forced to go into the Changing or the Sinister Sovereign, but I guess they chose Changling here, which is not a bad idea as they do have a way of negating us, and on top of that they have the power of a banish, right? So let's see what we can do. Ooh, Invocation. Let's activate Magical Meltdown. So I don't think they have anything here, and at this point I could go ahead and bait this out. Let's see, they should negate this. Once they do, they probably will follow up with a banish, and if that's the case, then we can go into our Branded Fusion. My only issue is we have to worry about this back row. I honestly think that this is a what's it called? Oh, so they end up holding on to their card. Interesting. So what we can do is we could go into Macabre, and then we could end up negating this card. Let's do Branded Fusion first. I feel like this right here is going to be an issue. One of these back rows. Do they have an Ash? Okay. No Ash. They might have a Blackout. That might be what they have. So let's do Lubellion. Probably get rid of Tragedy. Get rid of Albaz. Okay, let's activate Lubellion's effect. We can actually get rid of the Ash. I don't think we're gonna need it. Tragedy can also activate as well. And let's grab that. And then finally we can go into a Mirror Jade play. So there goes Mirror Jade. Now the question is, do they have the card that they're looking for? That is always going to be the question, right? So let's activate you. I'm actually thinking of sending the Albion. This should activate as well. Because I feel like he has what he needs. Yep. There goes the Blackout. And I'm not even worried about this. I'm going to be honest. Because we're still going to get our destruction. We will still get what we need. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. Because this whole field is going to get blown up. We get rid of this card. We get rid of this card. So 2 cards go bye-bye. As long as they don't banish our Albion, though. Okay, that goes by. We can activate Mirror Jade's ability. Okay, there we go. And at this point... Okay, so we got to go Invocation. And then with the Invocation, we can grab ourselves the Macabre. So let's use you and you. Thank you so much for the Ashina. So there we go. There goes our invoked. And then we can use the invocation. This is how we're going to be able to beat the heck out of this thing. Okay, so now we got Aleister. And I think at this point we can go into Maximus. I'm going to actually banish our Mirror Jade. And by banishing Mirror Jade, I can get this onto the field. And now I'm going to be able to just use Maximus. As long as they don't have an Imperm, we should be fine. And let's get rid of this card. While also, what else would I like to send here? I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and send the Titanclad as well. And let's see, what are they about to send? Okay, they send the Yazi. So not bad. Destroy this card. Ah. So they are going to be able to keep a card on the field. So Heavenly. And the only reason I targeted with Entis. Oh, Protoss. Alright, well, Protoss I'm not worried about. Anyways, we can go into attack mile. Let's go ahead and attack this. Use Aleister. And we can boost our attack of Makaba. And get that card out of there. Alright, so at this point, we're in a really good situation, in my opinion. We got Titanclad activating, allowing us to add ourselves a Dogmatika, which I'm going to end up summoning. We can use Dogmatika right here to grab a card, which we're going to grab the Fleurdlis. And then we can also activate Albion. So look at it. This deck is doing amazing for us right now. Now we won't be able to summon as of right now. But let's see. What can they do? We do have the power of Branded in Red. So if we need to go into like a Chimera, we can. I don't think we're going to need to be honest with you. Okay, there goes Emergence. Emergence is going to activate. See, this is why it was good that we Droll and Locked him last turn. Because the Droll and Lock stopped this Emergence play. And they would have been able to get like the power of... what was I thinking? The power of either Protoss or the power of Taya. And Taya and Protoss would have been both an issue, especially with Taya being able to go into Draco back Berserker. So, but let's see. And Protoss would have been the worst one because Protoss would have locked us out of some of our cards like Mirror Jade. So they are going to activate this. They're going to reveal. That I'm not too worried about. You know what? We're going to activate Dogmatika right here. This way we can stop this play. So let's put Fleurdlis in attack mode. And now we can go ahead and negate the Moye. Moye being negated is beautiful. Now all they have is a Protoss. They can go into Protoss, but we have Invoked Makaba where we can negate the Protoss as well. So they can go ahead and banish 3 cards. all of our monsters right now is light. That's another thing that's pretty good about this, is with all of our cards being light monsters, we're not really worried too much. So right here, I'm going to activate Branded in red. I'm actually going to take the Tragedy. And I'm trying to think. So I'm not going to activate a fusion of this because I want to negate the Protos, right? And I didn't want to get rid of Aluber. So he should activate this card. We won't be able to destroy it, but we will be able to negate it and then banish it. And then after that, it's just GG's for Protos, as he does not have a Taya. I mean, a Adhara in his grave. So he wouldn't be able to get this card back. So what are they going to do now? What can they do? I think they end up scooping, to be honest with you. They're like in a really weird situation. And that's why I thought it was weird that they didn't set up the Barone play. They went into a Changing. Like, they could have got a Barone off with the power of, like, what's his name? But I guess not. Okay, so yep, they're not going to activate Protos at all. They're just going to put him in defense. I'm not really sure why. We can easily get over that, especially with Albaz in our hand. So let's go and get Albaz onto the field, and we're just going to take his monster. Goodbye. And let's make Venom. Starving Venom, do your thing. Finally, let's use Tragedy here. This way we can get back the Branded in red. And at this point, it's pretty much GG's. I'm trying to think. Yeah, we don't really have to like go into anything, so let's go and get rid of this card into the graveyard. And honestly, I'm thinking that the Artemis is pretty useless ourselves right now, so that can also go. But now with Albion go to the graveyard, we can definitely bring another branded card to our hand. And on top of that, we get to get rid of their extra deck. So they are losing out on their cards. Sword Soul kind of getting cooked by the invoked Macabre. Let's go. Let's go. Are they going to scoop? They're like really taking their time to think about what to mill. None of your cards have graveyard effects, man. Okay, you got rid of a Boxia and a Monk of Tenyi. All right, well, let's go ahead and end this game. Attack with our Fleurdlis. 1300 damage. And that should be game. Let's go. GG's. All right, let's get into the next one.